Yeah, I just thought I would spend another 10 minutes this time, maybe, on the Dull. That's her new nickname, I think. Dull Dina Manamanik. And yeah, really. She takes down the video so she can make another video that's just as preposterous, rude, stupid, ignorant, self whatever, you know. So it's just, so let's start off. First, a minute wasted on music crap. A minute. She can waste a fucking minute on just music. You know, fucking background, stupid ass, dumbass fucking music. I mean, who, ugh. It's like, why don't you put a fucking commercial on your videos? Is there really a difference? Really? I mean, to think your music taste might have any relevance to anybody else or, you know, everybody else? It doesn't work that way. So yeah, just tack a commercial on your videos, you ignorant piece of shit. Anyway, so yeah, I wasn't worth it again, that comment again. Yeah, I wasn't worth it. And, you know, I don't have a life because I spent 5 minutes responding. And we see, once I click the fucking button to record, once I want to make a video, the time it takes to upload it and do all the other crap and comment and whatever you have to do with a video, that time is the same no matter how long I make this fucking video. If I make this video 60 seconds or I make it 10 minutes and 50 seconds, it's going to be the same amount of work. Except the only difference is going to be those 7 or 8 extra minutes. Because see, I don't write a script like you do. I don't script my fucking videos. You know, so I mean, that's the difference. I actually think and talk at the same time. I don't have to read a fucking piece of paper. I have some notes, a little piece of paper with notes on them, really bad notes too, you know, misspellings and all kinds of shit. Really simple. But yeah, that's all you really need. If you have something to goddamn say, all you should need is an outline and you should be able to get to it. You know, you should need a fucking script. So, whatever. So, yeah, it really doesn't, you know, I had to sit there and, so I'll explain my, you know, I had a bad day too. You know, I had to change the rear brakes on an SUV, which are, you know, people know about that shit, you know, a 25-year-old SUV, so, you know, it's kind of a bitch. But anyway, see, I still got 10 minutes, what the hell, you know, it takes a little time to do the uploading and all the rest of it, but yeah, it really doesn't take that much work. I don't have to prepare for this, actually. I mean, what do I have to do? I had to watch your stupid ass video. That was my biggest waste of time, and the minute of music, but beyond that, yeah, I can just do this without even having to think, because it's so easy. Yes, an idiot sits there and just throws some insults my way, doesn't respond to anything, explaining why I'm not worth responding to. Yeah, it's just whatever. So this whole time issue, it's just bogus, what bullshit. You know, and then you don't have time to even listen to the whole goat video. You know, you like goat, but you couldn't even listen to his whole video. Even months later, you still don't have enough time to listen to the whole video. Amazing bullshit. You know, anybody who would even listen to half a video and then think they have the right to comment on it at all, you know, right there you're showing your ignorance. You know, I mean, I wouldn't even think of doing that. Watch a half of a video and then comment on it. I mean, what kind of, you have to be a preposterous asshole to think you had a right to do that. So then use this line, small fish. You know, what a joke. Where would you be without your, excuse my French, pussy? If you weren't a girl, you know, I don't have nothing against, you know, girls, you know, great. I think it's great. They're on YouTube. I think it's great when they talk. I like looking at them, to tell you the truth. But get realistic. You know, can you be a little tiny bit honest? What do you think your subscriber numbers would be if you weren't a girl? What do you think they would be? Come on, realistically. What do you think? You think it'd be 90%? They'd still, you have 90. It's only 10% of your subscribers are subscribers because you're a girl, right? That's what you think? That's your delusion? You know, in some cases with pretty girls, I'd say it's, you know, they have 10 times, I'd say is the number they get. 10 times more subscribers than they'd have if they were a guy. And, you know, in your case, maybe it's only twice as much because, you know, well, maybe you just don't got it. But at any rate, you got to figure half. And so I guess you're a little fish too, bitch. You know, just only in your own head you're not, of course. The real world you are a minnow, but in your own head you're somebody. You know, I guess that's all that matters to you, right? It's all about your perception. and reality really isn't terribly relevant. So again, yeah, unfit, retard, yeah, that's all nice stuff, you know, fine. I don't, you know, you can, if that's your perception, that's fine. If that's your honest perception that I have an unqualified opinion, that I have an incapacity to make a literate and cogent and articulate argument, you know, fine, we'll put that out and people hear it and they say, okay, we'll make a decision whether that's a credible accusation or not. You know, so go for it. So then, yeah, you wanted, the purpose of your video was to make sure that the other people who might, the little fish who might, you know, attach reply videos, that yes, you'll respond to them, but it was just not this guy that you would respond to. Well, we know the little fish, what you think of them. I bet you don't respond to too many of them. So, yeah, and then you didn't like being the ivory tower line, but yeah, you really are about the ivory tower. You're about elitism. It's funny that you'd even use the word fascist in one of your videos, like you, you know, in a derogatory manner, when I think that's the whole core of your philosophy is fascism. I mean, you are all about elite perception, and I think you have contempt for democracy, but that's a whole other issue. So then you said, yes, if you had the time and the inclination and the patience and the ability to endure having to deal with the retard, that you would have, you know, born poor old Inmendham a new asshole. And, you know, I wish I could, you know, offer you money even, you know, maybe that'd be a stimulus for you to do it. I mean, I'd like to see you do it. I'd like to see you accomplish that task. Maybe we can set up some sort of way, some standard to judge whether you could actually accomplish the task. And I could say, okay, yeah, I'll give you $100, and if 100 of my subscribers would concede that you actually accomplished the task, then I would give you the $100. I mean, that'd be interesting. So you tell me if you're up for it. If you'd like the $100, yeah, you know, I'll pay you for your time, and I'd like to see you accomplish the task of boring me a new asshole. So, how we doing on time? See, that's 7.5 minutes, and I still got 3 minutes to go. So, like I said, it doesn't really cost me anything. Once I got the clock running, it's really my subscribers' time, so I guess I should be considerate of them. I mean, I won't play any music or ramble on pointlessly. So let's see if I have any other DeDull relevant commentary to make. Yeah, just listening to your videos over time. Yeah, you're one of these market anarchist people. You know, it's, you know, this, you're one of the scumbags basically. You don't see any prospect of a Jeffersonian ideal democracy. You know, let's take the corruption out, let's take out the pork, let's take out the liars, take out the scumbags through rational systems of accountability. You just don't like the idea of everybody having a voice, because you think there are better people and there are lesser people, and you think you're capable of deciding who is what. And I might believe the same thing. I mean, I might believe I'm right, and that people who talk similar to me are also right. But I don't have, I don't have your confidence that I have a right as a human being in a civil society to impose that judgment. You know, I have to earn people's respect. You know, I have to earn. The argument has to be won. We can't, it's just a cheat to say, well, us poor elitists have to run the world, us educated people, because the ignorant, dumbass masses can't do anything right. Well, you know, as the smarter class, we really should be able to convince the old ignorant dumbasses that we have their best interest at heart. We should be able to convince them, even if they don't understand all the details, that what we're talking isn't bullshit, that we aren't just selfish bastards looking to fill our own fucking pockets. And I would argue that I think I can do that. I mean, eventually, maybe, I don't know. But I don't think you stand a chance, because you really are an elitist. You believe in classes. I mean, there are people that should be, you know, shoveling shit and people who should just sit on their ass, inherit $10 million, and never worry about a thing in their life. And they can take all the risks they want and play all the games they want. Oh, I'll start a business today, and if it fails, who the fuck cares? Because, you know, I got $10 million. What do I care? I waste a few $100,000 on a business prospect. Who cares? No big deal. No worries. And it's just fine if that person's in the same position as somebody has to save for 20 years to come up with enough money to invest in a business, and their whole life is going to ride on it. Their house, their future, everything's going to ride on it. And it's okay with you in a world where those two people have, that's the way that's the dynamic, you know, because you're just another one of these elitists. You're just another one of these people who think you're the nobility. You're better